Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back. So it's time for August's Mission Inspiration Art Challenge over on our Mission Inspiration Facebook group. So let me turn over to my overhead camera. I'll show you the prompts for August and then we'll get started on our art journal page based on the prompts. Okay, so these are the prompts for August. So the ingredients in no particular order, obviously, because you can do them in whichever order that you want to. Add a frame within your page, glue tissue or napkin fragments, add paint with a baby wipe or wet wipe, stencil with ink. Okay, so add stamping around the page, make marks with a straight edge, add a face as a focal image. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go rooting out some pictures of faces. May even use my own this month, you never know. Include doodles or Zentangles somewhere. And the worms for inspiration are move, teal, moment, bloom, and self. Aha, so self-portrait. Could be one of those ones. Right, so let me gather in my bits and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just move my head out of shot. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of like all of the first three steps together in just a little bit of a different order. So we've got add a frame within your page, glue tissue or napkin fragments, and then add paint with a baby wipe. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to glue this bit of napkin down. So I've already removed the ply. Just grab my Deakin edge paper tearers here, the thin ones. There we go. So I've already removed, it was a three ply napkin. I'll do that way, and then we'll turn that around and then do it that way. Like so. A ruler would do. I'm not looking for the Deakin edge on this one. So we've got that pretty much to cover the whole of that page. So I now want to glue it all down. He says, looking around frantically for his slap it on. Where's it gone? I've put it away. Oh no. Right, let me just go and root that out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found my slap it on. There's not a lot left, to be honest. So I'm going to have to be very careful. So what I'm going to do is just, hopefully, it's not blocked. No, that's good. Come on. Yeah, it's nearly run out. Hopefully that will be enough to do the trick. So straight onto the page, starting in the corner, and work my way that way. And then all the way around the page like so. Lift off any excess. And then I'm just going to kind of drop it down. There we go. Now hopefully that's pretty much it in place. If I haven't got it perfect, and I haven't got it perfect, there's, you know, you only get one chance at this kind of thing. I've said before about not minding wrinkles or that kind of stuff. Right, let's just get some more if we can, just to give it a bit of a coat. I think actually that's probably it. And I've just gone and splattered myself with the rotten stuff all down my t-shirt arm. You should be wearing an apron. Oh, can't be trusted. Okay, so we can either leave that to dry natural, or we can get the heat gun on it and get it dry in just a few moments, which I think we will do. Okay, so that is now completely dry. So I'm just going to bring in this piece of cardstock that I've cut to about the same size as the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to just tear it. Now I could use the Decollage paper tearers, if I wanted to, but just wanted to show you how you could do it if you don't have any. Okay, so we'll just go around like that. I'm going to go around all 4 sides. So remember, we started off with the same size as the piece of the actual journal page. So by removing a similar amount on all 4 sides, you're going to create a smaller section of the page like that. And we're going to use that for the next step. So we're going to use that as a mask. So I want to just hold that down, get some paint and a baby wipe, and then we're going to apply that all the way around the page. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So, but first of all, I just want to make sure that this doesn't move. So I've got one of those like temporary tape runner things, which I'm just going to stick down onto the page like so. Now that is not going to move now. All right, baby wipe. So let's celebrate by opening up a new packet. There we go. So there's one. And then we want some paint. Now, looking at the words of inspiration, we've got the word teal. So let's see if I can find some teal paint in my collection, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so in my collection, I've got some Americana, and this is peacock teal, which is just perfect. So I'm just going to splatter some of this. There's always a bit like that in there. There's always a bit. So I'm going to just go around the edge like so. Get the baby wipe. Now this is going to be a bit messy. I just want to get rid of too much excess water from the baby wipe. Just put that straight into the kitchen towel. I folded the baby wipe over just to give my finger a little bit of protection. And then I'm just going to go outwards. So much for giving myself some protection on my fingers. Never mind. Take it right to the edge. Doesn't matter if you get any on the next page. We can deal with that next month. Okay, so that in theory now we've used that as a mask, we should, let's try and clean my fingers up a little bit. We should, well, let's get it dry first. Let's get it dry, and I can clean my hands at the same time. Okay, so I'll just show you that today, all nice and dry. So we have added a frame within the page. So we've created that lovely frame all around the outside. We've glued tissue or napkin fragments. Well, fragments, it's one solid piece, but it was cut out from the whole one, which is tenuous at best, but never mind. And then added paint with a babby wipe. There we go. So that's the first 3 bits. And then we've also used the word teal, because that's what our colour choice has been. Just a bit of a happy coincidence that there actually is coordinating kind of colours in the pattern on there as well. Okay, so next step then. I did say not in any particular order, but I think I am going to follow these in order just to show that you can actually do it if you want to. But I did, because I kind of mixed up those bits there, didn't I? So just ignore what I'm saying. Just don't do as I say. Just right, so stencil with ink. Okay, let me go grab my stencil collection, which is just there, and then we'll find one. Some of these are designs that haven't been released yet. I kind of like that one. Oh, there's the number and letter cascade. That's more of a mask than a stencil. Evil Empire bricks. Let's have a look. Doggy Paws, which hasn't been released yet. So I'm showing you things that you shouldn't really be looking at or shouldn't really be seeing. Coffee rings. Dirty Circles. Dirty Circles. I like that one. So we'll use that. You can tell I don't clean my stencils very often. Right, let's get some brown. So some brushed corduroy. Distress ink, brushed corduroy. Hoping that's in focus. And then we'll add some dirty inkiness. Stencil with ink. Yes, verily. And I'm using distress ink. I'm not using a permanent ink. So I've just got to be mindful of that. If I decide to add any colours over the top later. So if I'd used a solvent based one like Stays On or Versafine or whatever, brown one, archival ink, then I wouldn't have to worry too much. So I'm going to flip that over and do some more at that side. And you can do whatever pattern you want. I'm just going a bit grungy. I'm doing grunge. I'm just in that kind of grungy frame of mind today. There we go. Bit subtle in the background because it doesn't have to be in your face all the time. Okay, so I just need to get that dried a little bit. Move those wet wipes out of the way. Crikey, my tummy's rumbling this morning. Right, okay, so Versafine ink block. Add stamping around the page. Let's just tick that one off because we've done stenciling with ink. Add stamping around the page. I used this stamp set the other day in an art journal page, and I just absolutely love it. By Asher Marquette, Indigo Blue. It's called Be Different. This little small one here is just perfect for adding little kind of abstracty bits in the background, which is absolutely cool. So you can get it There we go, like so. And then you can turn it like that. And then turn it that way and do it as a corner embellishment. And then do that way, t'other way, like so. Kind of nice little frame. And now I'm probably going to ruin it by adding one. Should I? I can hear you saying, no, don't do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Let's clean it off. Here we go. That's it. Put the safety back on, Mike. Don't do it. Just don't. Just say no. All right, so let's just bring those back in again. And now we've done stamping around the page. Literally, we've done it around the page. Actually, there's a bit of grungy. There's like a little grunge stamp there, look. Go on, I just can't resist temptation. I can resist anything but temptation. There you go. Who said that? There's a question for you. I know who said it, but do you? So, general knowledge quiz. Leave me a comment if you know who said it. There you go, you see? That just adds to it, doesn't it? Just that one little bit just adds to it a tiny, tiny bit. And I think actually what I want to do, you know, that I've just seen it, is I'm going to do it and actually bring it down into the teal border as well. So flip that, start bringing it into the border. Like so. Yeah, I'm liking that much better. All right, so we're changing our minds. We're doing it on the fly. Doing it on the sly fly. Okay, like it. Right, I need to get that dried off because it's solvent ink. There we go. Okay, next on the list, we've got to make marks with a straight edge. Okay, so I've got out my little collection of sort of straight edges, old bank cards, key cards, hotel cards, and there's even a compass card from San Diego's transit system. There we go, tap and ride. That's when we were whale watching in San Diego. Right, I've got a hotel key. And I've got some ink, stays on, teal zest. Seeing as we're using teal, we might as well use teal. So that's what I'm going to do to see. Let's see how juicy this is. And let's see whether or not we can get any marks. Which we're getting a few. Okay, I'm turning the page around a little bit. It's almost a kind of interference pattern. And then let's bring some across there. Just a bit subtler. Just a few kind of horizontal and vertical marks as best you can. Let's go into smaller edge. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Thank you very much. Right, just clean bits off my fingers. And again, it's solvent-based ink, so it needs a little time to dry. So we'll blast that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we've made marks with a straight edge. Now it's time to add a face as a focal image. Okay, so we're also using the word self. I said I was going to use a picture of myself. So add face as focal image. So we'll just tick that off now, and I'll show you which one I'm going to use. So I'm going to use Mini Mike. So this is a digi-stamp. I'll put him there so you can see him better. It's just black and white. I've actually painted him using watercolours. And believe it or not, my hair used to be that colour back in the day when I was a lot younger. It used to be carrot orange. I know, age and all that. The ravages of time. But, so what I've done is I printed him out larger, practically on an A4 sheet of paper, and then cut him out. It does have pants and legs. It's a full-size image. It's a digi-stamp available on the website, and you can resize it to whatever size you want to. I've resized it to fit this page here, and then, like I said, I've painted him with watercolours, with skin tones, Caucasian skin tones, obviously, because I'm Caucasian. But you could do him whatever colour you like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick him on upside down. I'm going to stick him onto the page like so. Just like that. So I've got some glue. So I did go around the edges, as you can see, with some distressing, just to hide those raw white edges. And the reason I didn't use the watercolours on camera is because it just took too long. So, I mean, you could colour it with pencils, you can colour it with your Copics, your Copics, or whatever. You know, your watercolour pencils, whatever medium is your bag, really. I'm just getting more into watercolours at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to stick him down like so. And then what I just need something heavy, just to stand on him, just to hold him down on the page, just until the glue sets. There we go. That will do. So just while that's doing that, I've done it. Add a face as a focal image. There we go. So I've ticked it off. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute or two, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so just to finish off then, I've stamped a quick sentiment, a quick phrase. This is from, being normal is vastly overrated. This is from a Halloween stamp set from Indigo Blue, which I'll show you another day. They've just kind of released the Halloween stuff at Indigo Blue. But I don't want to do Halloween just yet, so I don't want to show you it. Because, you know, it's too early. So let's grab some glue. So I've just stamped it and then just got on the edges with a little bit of distressing. There we go. A little bit of spirit glue. Oh, as soon as it's Halloween. And then I'm going to put that, just breaking into that. That's fine, like that. Okay, so we've ticked off self, we've ticked off user face as a focal image, because that Mini Mike is me. So I'm also going to tick off the word bloom, because we've got flowers in the background. All right, so the only thing that I haven't really done is move and moment. So, but like I said, you don't have to do every single one on every single page if you don't want to. So there we go. So the last thing, it says taking it away and then bringing it back again, is include doodles or Zentangles somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some kind of dangly bits, just because we can, and it just kind of adds into that same kind of hanging upside down look that we've got here. So, and they can be subtle, they don't have to be. Not everything has to be in your face. Does it? No, Mike, it doesn't. And you can actually make it look as though it's part of the pattern if you want to. I mean, if you wanted to add another scribbly circle into your pattern, there's nothing stopping you. And then maybe another cross line. This is what I mean about this stamp set. It's just so versatile. You can do so much with it. And I'm surprised I've not used it sooner. There you go. And then you could, if you want to, add in, I think my pen's starting to go, some doodly cross hatching. Nobody would know it wasn't actually part of the original design, would they? So I'm just going to go around the block. Just kind of making that blend in as well, because it's all very scrabbly, all very sketchy. And all very me too. All very me too. There we go. So, Zentangles and Doodles. So I think that's going to be it actually. So we'll just stick with those three for it. So all I need to do now is I'm going to sign it and date it. So I'm going to actually put my initials, MDA, Mike Deakin out, and then today's date, which obviously is Saturday, is it the 5th today? Oh, good grief, I can't remember. Yes, it is. Saturday the 5th of August. So I'll go 5, 8, 23. There we go. All signed, sealed and delivered. There you go. So I think that's mission accomplished, and I hope you do too. I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this art journal page today based on those mission inspiration prompts. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. But don't forget, I'll put the URL of the Mission Inspiration Facebook group here on the screen, and there'll also be a clickable link in the description area below if you want to pop across and join us in the Facebook group and share what you create based on the prompts too. So that's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.